Everybody, today's video is on vision casting. And I love vision casting because it is like goal setting on steroids, taking it to another level, looking at the big picture. So this short video today is from a presentation I did recently with our local real estate investing association. If it interests you, helps you, and you want more, then there's a longer version of that on our website. Go to truewealthinvestors.com/courses. It's a free course. There's, I think, 5 modules, takes about an hour, but it'll really help you clarify what you want, why you want it, what steps you need to take to get there. So enjoy. All right, so vision casting for this is really a much abbreviated presentation that I've done for other groups. But for vision casting, I like to look at a 24-month period. So I like to look longer term. You know, when my wife and I first got married, we wrote out 1-year goals and 5-year goals and 10-year goals and 20-year goals. And so I like having that long-term perspective. Where are we going? What do we want to get to? What do we want life to be like? And that is totally true for our businesses as well. So if you have ever felt like you're losing faith, you're struggling with your business, you feel like you're trying repeatedly. I know a lot of people right now feel like they're trying to get deals repeatedly and are struggling with that. Or if you feel like you're racing around and never have time. I have 4 kids, so I can relate to that one a lot. They're involved in a lot of activities. These are due to the issues around building our business really are due to a lack of vision. And we need to have a very clear vision for what we want to create. The method we use to create it can vary and change. There's a bunch of great methods. And whether you're just starting your business or you've been in business a really long time and want to make it better, either way, this is a good thing to go through. So if you consider why people fail or why people struggle with their business, I don't know if you've ever felt like this dude at the bottom of the steps. I've had a few Monday mornings like that. And people fail for a whole bunch of reasons. So sometimes it's these self-limiting beliefs that we don't believe we can do it, self-limiting beliefs in that maybe we don't think we'll qualify for a bank loan, or we don't think the private lender would give us money, or maybe we just don't have a plan for how to accomplish what we want in our businesses. And a lot of times we end up fighting ourselves. We don't know where we're going to start. I know this is true from a lot of conversations I've had with people where they kind of jump from idea to idea and struggle with that first step, or it's all effort, no progress. Or it could be that we don't believe we can do it. So where there is no vision, the people perish is what it says in Proverbs. And really, for me, I am a big picture person, and I thrive only by having a big vision that I'm working towards. So I love this quote from Henry Ford, where he said, if I had asked people what they wanted, they would have asked for faster horses. And this quote, you know, too often we think, and I do this a lot when I'm setting goals, is, you know, if I bought, let's say I bought 1 house this month, well, then next month I'm going to try to double those efforts and buy 2 houses. Or maybe if I really put in a lot of effort, I'm going to buy 3 houses. And in reality, if we want to create big sweeping changes and accomplish really massive goals, we can't do what we're doing now. We have to do something different. So it's not, you know, it's not a matter of feeding our horses well and training them. We need something new. So vision casting is that. And so for this exercise, go through, look at it in a 2-year window and it's holistic. So the life and success you want to create and the future that sets the course for our daily actions. So everything we're doing within our business and life should be working towards that vision. And destination matters, not just direction. I used to think as long as I was just working in the business, as long as I was pursuing deals, then that was good enough. But if you look at these two pictures, one is Yosemite in California, beautiful, iconic national park, unbelievable scenery. And if we wanted to go there, we would just head west out of Dayton, right? Get on I-70, head that direction. But if we don't know exactly where we're going or trying to get to, we wouldn't have to veer too far off course to be in Death Valley, which in all honesty is still pretty, but not quite the same as Yosemite. So with vision casting, we can take ownership of our income, impact, and influence. It gives us direction. It gives us the motivation to get up, keep fighting every day. And it is the why, where, what, and when of what we want to accomplish. So our goals are the how, right? Our goals and our daily activities are how we're going to accomplish it. And this is more holistic. Simon Sinek, famous author and speaker, said success is when reality catches up with your imagination. We need to imagine what life we want and what we want to accomplish, and then work to get it or create it. All right, so our why, our purpose. We always have to start with why. So our purpose is the fire inside of us that guides everything else, right? We can, if we don't know our why, or if we do things opposed to our why, we can never really be successful. So we have to know what really inspires us and drives us. If you've heard me tell my story, how I got into real estate from missions, my driving why was that I couldn't provide for my kids and my youngest had health issues. And so no matter what, I was going to provide for my kids and my family, and I was going to provide my youngest whatever he needed. And that was what really drove me, still drives me to this day. And we got to make sure we're climbing the right ladder. There's the famous story of Ted Turner when he was asked how he would describe success. Obviously a very successful person financially, and he described success as an empty bag. That when he finally attained what everybody said success was, he didn't really get what he was wanting. So we need to make sure what we're fighting for and working towards is truly what we want and what we're after. And we need to make sure that it includes all aspects of our lives, right? We can't have true success if we make more money than we can imagine, but we lose our family, or we're very successful in business, but unhealthy. It needs to be holistic. And as I said, there are a whole bunch of good paths. We can pursue real estate in all these different ways, but really certain ones have benefits that others don't. And so we really need to know where we're trying to get to and pick the right path. So a few key things just for finding your purpose, what motivates you, what activities give you energy, what activities when you're done with them, do you feel more fired up, more excited, what makes you feel alive, what values drive you. And it's not that there's, one that's better than another. It's just each of us is created differently. And we want to make sure that we're working and pursuing a business and a life that's in tune with our values. What work do you look forward to doing? And what are your top memories from the last year? I really like this last question because a lot of times, me personally, when I was going through this process initially, my goals largely are centered over business. I want to reach this number of units, this amount of cash flow, have these employees and these systems and things like that. But then when I reflect on my top memories for the year, it's always adventures with my kids and vacations with my family, and things like that. And so we need to make sure that we're keeping at the top of the list what's most important to us. All right, so creating the vision. Your vision for the exercise is to be created in 2 years. What do you want to happen in 2 years? Where do you want to be? When will you hit different metrics or different steps along the way? And we shouldn't focus on the how. Too often we limit ourselves by focusing on the how, where if we can create the what that we, the vision, what we want to create, the life that we want, then the how will, there's a bunch of different paths to get there. I always look at it like overcoming a mountain. I can go over the mountain, around the mountain, through the mountain, as long as I know exactly where I want to go. The how will work itself out. So when you do create your vision, it's good to use all 5 senses as well. Our senses are a really powerful part of our memories, and so include sight, smell, sound, taste, touch, whatever creates that clear picture of what you're working towards. And we have to make sure not only to include our business, that's what I naturally jump to first, but we should include our activities, our hobbies, our family, and our relationships. In 2 years, this is recently I've been working on, moving forward, who are the people in my life that I need to spend less time with? Who are the people that I need to spend more time with? Or what types of people should I be spending more time with? And we need to create this vision or write this vision down as if it is occurring now. So treat whatever we want to accomplish, we need to record it as if it is true now and act like it's true now. All right, so some things to include to document it. I love having things documented over the years, not only to see to see the progress I've made. So the things that I really struggled with and was working towards 5 years ago are much different than today. 2 years ago was much different than today. And a lot of times we don't really see the great progress we've made until we look back. So definitely title it, date it, save it, print it, put it on the wall, make it visible, so that you not only have it as a record, but have it in front of you so that you know what you're working towards. In the early days of my business, my wife, it used to drive her crazy because one day I would come home and I'd say, man, we're going to conquer the world. This is the greatest business. Unbelievable. And then the next day I'd come home and I'd be like, I'm done. We're selling it all. I'm sick of it. And part of that is my personality. I'm really high and really low, but another part of it was I didn't have a real clear goal of where I was going. I was just trying to make it further than I was and survive. So it's good to have kind of a clear vision why all the effort is worthwhile. There will be headaches in building a business, but it's all worth it. And then I encourage you to record it. I mean, it's great to hear yourself tell you what vision is going to be in 2 years, or what life is going to be like in 2 years, what stage your business is going to be in at that point. All right, so the plan, I'm not going to go real deep into the plan. Sean talked a lot about the plan and your how and how you set your goals. And he has his presentation recorded if you want to go over that. It was an awesome presentation, very detailed. Just a few things here, brainstorm different paths. A lot of times we envision only one path to our vision, and there are a whole bunch of different ways to get there. If you talk to different investors in a RIA, GD RIA included, there are a lot of successful investors, and all of them have taken a different path. So it's not that there's any one path that is the right way. And definitely talk to successful people, get their advice, attend these meetings or other RIA meetings, and just ask questions, be in discussions, and definitely benefit from others' experience. All right. And I like this picture because if you've ever read, oh, what is it? Get a Grip is the second book. I can't think of the first book. Email me if you want to know the book. I'll find it by then. But Get a Grip, it's on how to build the business that you want. And it talks about how you have to put the rocks, the main things in first. If you don't put the most important things in first, it gets crowded out by all the other minor things. So if we are clear on what our primary things are and the most important things, then everything will fit in the jar. And always be recruiting. I am deep diving into the book Who Not How right now. If you guys haven't read that, that is an amazing book. It's part of our discussion in the mastermind I'm in tomorrow morning. And who is a key element to achieving all of our goals. And when I was early in my business, I almost looked at it as a detraction to hire people to do things I wasn't good at. And in reality, it's been the greatest blessing to hire more people and include more people in the vision for our business. They get to do what they're really skilled at and gifted in. I get to do what I'm gifted in, and they're blessed by having that work and being a part of it. And so we should never shy away from including more people. The more people we can include to work together towards creating the vision, the better. And create a dream wall or a vision board or some way to have a visual reminder all the time of what you're working towards and what you're going to create. And this is a good one. Coat everything in your vision. So I meet with my staff once a month, and I'm always talking about what we're going to create, what the impact is of our business. You know, we provide quality homes, not just to make money, but to help families and to make better communities, right? This is why we do it. And we support ministries. Every house, part of the rent goes to different ministries. So whatever your vision is, just continually make it part of your identity and your business's DNA so that everybody who's involved in it always knows why their work matters, right? Beyond a paycheck, why does it really matter how well they do it? All right, and a couple ideas. If you go through this, create your vision, you're real clear on what you want. Then some ways to really put fuel on the fire. It's always with other people, right? So you can have an accountability partner, somebody that you share what you're working on, what your goals are, get feedback from them. I've got an investor friend. We text all the time, what's going on, what we're working on. And when he's really knocking them out of the park and doing really well, that encourages me to work harder, look for bigger deals. So not only is there accountability in that relationship, but just encouragement between the two people. Mastermind, like Amanda talked about. So a mastermind is an awesome way for there to be a structured set time where you can meet with other people that have a similar perspective, and that group not only has accountability for everybody, but it also provides encouragement. Everybody is struggling with the same things and working towards similar goals, so they're all rooting for each other. but also you benefit from everybody's shared experience. So it's a great way, like a RIA, to really benefit from everybody's experience and not have to learn everything, not have to create the wheel or reinvent the wheel in your business, because everything in business, or at least most everything, has been done before. And so we really can benefit from those who have gone through it. And then additionally, you can hire a coach. For me, it was a real stretch when I hired my first business coach, but that was what totally transformed my business, because I had gotten to where, I didn't know a different way to do business. I was struggling. I had a whole bunch of headaches and I was frustrated, and I didn't think I could really grow it bigger without just causing more headaches. But finding somebody who was much further in the business and benefiting from their experience was huge. So getting a coach or a mentor, any way that you can get somebody who has an outside perspective to look in on your business and help you overcome those obstacles, will help you reach your goal much faster. So I love this quote: if you want something you have never had, you must be willing to do something you have never done. And for me, I truly think that a large part of being successful is just being comfortable being uncomfortable, right? We're going to have to be uncomfortable, out of our shell, learning new things, struggling through new problems. And we just have to kind of rest in that and accept that as a part of the process. So, all right. So, final thought: if you want, more information from me or my story, I have a podcast. I've interviewed a bunch of people, a lot of investors from Dayton, and they have great stories to tell. Probably 5 or 6 GD RIA members. I still got to get you on, Sham. So we got to do an interview with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this is something I'm very passionate about. I'm very big picture oriented and struggled in my business for so long before figuring it out that if anybody wants help with that, I will gladly schedule a 30-minute coaching call just to look at your business from the outside and kind of help you with first steps. So, all right.